What's up, guys? It's Carlos again. Fighting a little bit of a chest cold, so don't mind that. But yeah, so today I'm going to be working on the framing a bit. So I'm starting to set up. Got my welder over here, grinder, and let's go over the plan. All right, so here is a copy of my plan. Basically, all these lines here are going to be framing. So here's the rear of the trailer, here's the front. The tongue's not on the plan. So this point is the front of the frame. So we're going to bring the back about 6 inches. We have the two main C channels go further back, and the bumper bolts onto the back of them. So we can go about 6 inches further back with that, give us a little more space. Go straight up from there, 1.5 feet, 18 inches, and then cut over. The next full upright is going to be another 6 inches. So we'll box that frame out on the bottom. And also, if you watched my last video, I made a few cuts by the wheels. There's not a lot of support going on, so you can't really see it from a side profile, but I'm going to be boxing that frame back to the main C channels. So over here on the front, wasn't really drawn out right. I wanted to come out about 18 inches past the front of the trailer, past the front of the frame, but probably going to shrink that down a little bit more. I might make it a little bit shorter. I don't want to have to worry about it contacting the back of the Jeep if I'm going up a steep hill and the trailer's still on level ground. So the plan's kind of loosely planned out. These are all 48 inches to the top, but I'm going to be subtracting for the 1/2 inch ply and the thickness of the top piece. So it's going to be a little bit less than 48 inches. So here's the rig. I have a couple of 24 footers. I have a new blade I need to throw on this because I think that blade was junk. And yeah. Also, I have the level that I'm using as a straight edge and a couple of clamps that I'm going to use when I'm boxing out the frame. I'll get the trailer actually leveled out when I go to put on the uprights for the roof. So afterwards, I also plan on painting the frame. Now, given that I wanted to use Por 15, actually some guys at work were really recommending it. So I was thinking about using Por 15. But being that my new steel is not rusted yet, maybe a little bit of surface rust, but not much of anything, I'll probably end up using clean metal primer on all that. You'll never see it anyway. And then do the actual trailer frame with Por 15. I heard to get Por 15 to stick to a clean metal surface, it takes a lot of prep. And I don't really want to do all that extra prep to it. It's something you're never going to see. So primer just so it doesn't rust out underneath. It's going to be wrapped in insulation and board. And later on, if it does start to rust, then I'll just take apart the interior and paint it differently. All right, so that's about it. I'm gonna get to work and see how far I get today. It's Sunday now. I didn't get a lot done yesterday, so I was feeling like crap. I took some Dayquil today. I got my new respirator. It's not really a respirator, but I think the welding and grinding dust was kind of messing with me. So I got a bunch of pieces pre-cut already. I got these guys pre-cut, so those are going to be my uprights for the corners. And I'm going to start tacking those up. So the trailer is now leveled out. I also finished the framing in the rear. So I have one bar going all the way across, and then these little guys tying it in. And getting a little bit better with the flux core. It's no MIG by any means, but it's tolerable. So those are boxed, and I mean, they're solid. They're not going anywhere. You can pick the frame up by them. So my uprights are here. The corners actually sit on this corner plate. The corner plate kind of holds everything together over here that provides a little bit of strength. So, yeah, these aren't going to hold a lot of weight, and they're not going to be super structural. These corner pieces are more so just going to be used to screw the wood into. So if anything, they're more of like a nail board. Now, a little bit further in, over here, and further back over here are where my structural uprights are going to be. So there's a little bit of a C inside of here, and the 1x2s actually fit perfect inside of that. So I'll weld up the sides, and those are going to support more weight. I may put a cross support from here to here to help support a little bit more of it too. So if we take a look over here, these are the structural uprights right here and right here. This one and this one are right on the corners of the trailer, and they're not really structural, they're more just as a nail board. But these ones are going to hold the weight. These ones are also going to have the gusset in the corner, and the roof racks will be mounting to these two posts. So the roof racks aren't going to be made to hold a whole lot of weight, more or less just a mounting point for the awning. I don't want anything going through the roof, so everything's going to be mounted to the wall, and that should help keep me more watertight. I throw a couple tacks on this corner piece, keep it more or less level. It's not going to be perfect, so I'll leave just a few tacks so I have play to get it where I want it later on. And then just start tacking everything together little by little. Get my uprights in there and then square it all off and take it from there. So, I'm out of welding wire. Flux core goes quick. MIG welding doesn't go nearly as quick. The wire lasts a lot longer. Then it gets smaller diameters, so per weight you probably get more on a spool, whatever. But yeah, I'm out and I have a lot more welding to do. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut the remaining pieces that I need. I'm also out of steel. I'm gonna need more steel for the front, but I have enough to finish the back end. So I'm gonna finish where the hatch is gonna go. So down from here up to here. So I have enough for that. Since the saw's out right now, I'm going to cut all the pieces that I need with that. Then pack everything up again so it doesn't go missing and get some more wire. All right, so I got the welding wire and I got some more welds done. I made the back. So I didn't completely finish it, but I got the upright, the side support. There's actually gonna be a continuation of this all the way to this one. So that'll add a lot of rigidity to the frame. Also from this point up to this point, there's going to be another piece. So that'll kind of finish out this corner here. The welds are sloppy, but they're not completely terrible. So I'm making do with the flux core for right now. I welded that. These aren't completely welded yet. I did do these uprights, the ones that I was talking about earlier that are going to be structural. I welded them. You can kind of see the paint burning through here on the sides. So this thing is rigid front to back right now. It's pretty solid. I will add a couple of gussets, not a couple of gussets, a couple of 45s. But for the most part, it's front to back pretty solid. Side to side is not really. So I'm going to add a couple of 45s here and the same to the front once I get it all squared up. I could do a little bit more in the back, but I'm calling it quits for now. I feel like crap. My head is throbbing. It's been a long day, and I think I'm just gonna go inside and try to get healthy. Maybe during the week I might lay a little bit more weld on some of these points, but we'll see what happens. No rush. If not, next weekend. So that's it for this video. I'm gonna close that out now. See y'all next weekend.